Set Numb, offering a general reading. As always, take what feels a fit for you. And it just may be if you were drawn to listen in, there's something here for you. And my apologies, I've already started shuffling through the Fountain Tarot deck. My intention was to sit with the energy and see what happened, but I started shuffling and figured I should press record rather than continue. So, what changes are coming up and what resistance is there? So I want to look at the general balanced energies or what's coming through, and looking at the fire and the earth elements, and then follow that up with a message and possibly a crone stone. So what changes? The Tower brings in normally unwanted changes, and these are usually out of the blue, unexpected, but if you were to look back, you can see how the domino effect of what brought you to this place of change. And right now, noticing the resistance, whoa, I didn't notice this before, to forward moving energy and not holding to the past, but allowing yourself to move forward. Notice there's two moving forward. And again, we're looking at balancing energies here. And ideally, as you move forward, bringing in something into fruition. So what clarity do you need? What do you want to bring in with these two balanced energies into physical form, into manifestation for yourself, whether it is, again, a union, a project, a plan, program of some sort, whatever it is you want to move forward. So moving into calmer waters, moving together in harmony, two oars. So it takes balanced union within yourself to allow movement forward. The stagnation happens when there's too much heaviness, too much phlegm, too much earth. And if there's too much fire, there isn't enough time to reflect on the flow and kind of go with the flow, because you're moving full steam ahead and burning out. So there is this idea, just like the Fountain card, this idea of infinite and this flow. You have to work with gravitational force and also be light enough to move, there's a new word coming through. I want to say transgress, but something else. It's almost like I'm seeing it in that the book, The Holographic Universe, is coming to mind, and it talks about, oh my gosh, words aren't coming in. It's so funny. Sometimes I trip over words, and other times I can't find them, and it's like I'm getting a sense of it. That's it. You're getting the sense, and it might not quite be here yet, and yet it wants to. So not to let your thoughts trip you up. Again, coming back to this Seven of Swords, the magic is there, and the possibility of manifesting union or a new program or project, it's there. Not to allow your body is both weight and weightlessness, and there's this currency of energy that wants to flow through and flow in. And if you are resisting, the changes are happening to propel you forward, and they are showing you the energies that were stagnating you in the past for moving forward into this possibility. And these possibilities are on the table for you. Opportunity is knocking at your door. What is the word? Transgress, it's not transfer, it's transgression. I'm sorry. So anything that felt unwanted is now being cleared for you to continue. And what do you also see in the process of these changes that are coming through? How can you see your mirrored energy? Each person in front of you is showing you, is setting an example, a lesson. There's so many teachers around you, so many lessons to learn. And which way do you go? Which way do you go? Which way do you go? What aligns with your destiny? What aligns with the union you see? What aligns with your your path of balanced energies, of love and light, of integrity, of this wholehearted, like, as you love yourself, this melts away and it's being taken out of your path for a reason. So what feels like a struggle now, what feels like heaviness, what feels like it's being burnt away, is there to create a new opportunity for you. Notice this line here, this balance, and we're looking right in between the fire and the earth, right in between the masculine and the feminine, the yin and the yang. So those dualities are no longer pushing and pulling like a magnets that aren't turned in the correct direction. It's now just starting to like, it is this Six of Swords energy. You are growing past this devil energy. You are growing past the past. You're going past the past. You're going beyond the illusion of the past and how that past stagnated you. It kept you in a box, this comfort zone of disbelief, of disproportionate energy. So I'm seeing the Six of Pentacles. So you didn't have that reciprocity. All you kept finding were more devil energies until you learn to release your own. Okay, and you stopped holding to those negative thought patterns and you let those burn away. You let the change come in. Spirit is offering here something for you. Trust it, roll with it, go with it, keep manifesting, keep bringing energy to the table. All right, what do you... There's something here for you that you might not be seeing. Joy, love, light, peace, blessings. And so it is and always shall be. So trust it, like the fountain of youth. There's like this disbelief, this disbelief that you can throw that coin in the water. There's this disbelief that you could put, a message in a bottle and throw it out into the ocean. There is a disbelief, possibly, of that's what's coming, needs to burn away, is that as you say that prayer, angels are listening, your guides are listening, and they're coming in clever ways to make the changes necessary to clear your path. And so now this is where surrender comes in, and it's a choice to surrender and say, okay, I trust you. I trust that this change is necessary. I trust that I feel change, and I might not see it yet, but it's coming in, okay? And not to go back and forth in thought. It's so easy to be like that ping pong ball in head, but trust the magic. Trust the magic over the fears. Trust the magic over the fears. Do I need to say it again? They have me repeat it twice. Yeah. So just trusting. Bottom of the deck, take a huge leap of faith. So please dive into that fountain. It feels youthful. So if there's something, like if you're not sure of the direction, you're not sure of the change, okay, and so you want this forward moving energy, what lifts you and makes you feel light and elevated, and what kind of feels heavy and burdensome, okay? And are you bringing some of those burdens on yourself with your own thoughts? Are you bringing those thoughts in because you're like, what is this change? And you're resisting it, you're fighting it, right? Don't hold the sword and cut yourself on your own thoughts. King of Coins. So we had the Queen of Coins this morning, yesterday, of So now there's some action that could be necessary rather than sitting. There is some action now. More forward movement, momentum. So what are you resisting? So this is that balance. The Pentacles feels earthly, but the King often has kind of like this fire in general. And I'm taking Frida as fire energy here. So is there resistance that needs to be dropped? Is there a fight that actually you need to put up that good fight? Sometimes some fights are necessary. I was working on the deck that I'm making, and Spirit was like, Princess Leia with her gun just needed to be in there. And they're like, sometimes you have to fight. You know, that might contradict other schools of thought where the sage can come in and be this neutral energy. But sometimes it's, you know, fighting your own ego. Sometimes it's standing up for what you believe in. I think of this idea of like, do no harm, but take no shit. Like, it's coming from someone who's been a doormat for a very long time, telling you not to take any shit. So I feel like a hypocrite, but really, you know, maybe a cause needs your attention. So letting the fight rest. Because it's not time to fight, it's time to rest. And that's part of the surrender energy. So pulling the daggers out. Maybe you put up enough of a fight and now it's time for you to be held. Or maybe it's time for you to allow the wounds of the past to heal and see that today isn't yesterday. You are stronger and you have learned. So this fountain that you pray upon, these prayers that you say now, they're coming through, and these new opportunities in the present are coming through to you, and you have a new vision, you have clarity, you have peace, you have this balance to receive it. Bottom of the deck, they're speaking of Six of Pentacles, the reciprocity. And I always think of truth with this card, not only from the colors, but her necklace, thinking of the throat chakra. And so what is your innate truth? You deserve rest, you deserve love, you deserve kindness, you deserve to be held, and you are a creature of this planet. And there are those that are here to connect with you wholeheartedly and will receive you kindly, who will receive you with heart and grace. And while it might not always be perfect, they're not going to throw the kitchen sink at you. They're not going to throw daggers. They're going to sit back and pause and notice the reflection in the mirror and help you see yourself in your own light. I don't know why Take It or Leave It is coming up, and there are those that are going to be here to help you see it through. So make your choices right now. With that Devil energy coming up, the Devil card and the Tower coming up, you know, you don't have to take every offer that comes your way. You don't have to. You don't. You can forgive, you can love, and you can receive new love. It doesn't have to be from that same person. You can forgive them, you can love them, and you can close the door to not let there be like salt on the wounds to be triggered again. But allow yourself to make your own mark. You choose, like the tree when the male, I'm not sure which one does it. I know, like, just from hunting, going out hunting in Maryland, you'd look for like two things, is where they would rub their antlers on the tree to move the bark, and where there'd be like a patch where they'd like rub the Why am I thinking of mating season? That might be what's coming in, or unions are coming in. And that rebirth or that connection can also be professional, like as in giving birth to something new, a new possibility. It doesn't have to be a romantic union, although it could be. So take that, you know, it could be your own prosperity path we're talking about. Six of Cups. This is, you know, that nostalgia, that light-hearted energy that comes in, this remembering, this knowing. It's looking into someone's eyes and feeling into their presence and knowing, I know you from somewhere, but it doesn't always have to mean connection. If it's those daggers, sometimes those daggers come up because there is this mirrored energy, and you learn to love again yourself. But ideally, this union, this connection, this remembering brings you home. Doesn't make you want to like jump out of your own skin, but actually brings you home to your own heart and soul. So looking at those deeper connections that bring you into stillness, that encourage your balance, that encourage you to be your true, authentic self. Anything that you try and you don't succeed, if you learn from it, it's not a failure. So some humans come into our lives to teach us how to love ourselves. And sometimes they do, in the process, that does hurt. So laying those wounds to rest. Notice we have 4 and 6 on the board, 10, 1. That tells me there's a new beginning here, a new level of understanding. So not every connection needs your attention. I believe that most, if not all, connections deserve reflection to grow, but it doesn't mean that you open your heart up to it, that you put yourselves in the battlefield. You simply pause in the stillness and reflect. Like mirror, mirror on the wall. Like, is it coming from a place of ego? Is it coming from a place of curiosity? Is it coming from a place of grace and love? Like, where is it coming from? Where is it coming through? How can you learn? That's 3 6s on the board and a 4. All right, 6 of Wands. This is the victory card. You have to have dark in order to show light, just like in life. There are balanced energies. There is yin, there's a yang, there's a masculine, there's a feminine, there's a light, there's a dark, positive, negative. There are these dualities. Our mind doesn't have to see it in such blank terms, but open up to see the bigger picture. You can climb mountains, you can climb hurdles, you can paint your own portrait, your own landscape to live into. And what will it be for you? What will you take action on in the present? What will you take action on this earthly plane? If you could dive into the fountain of youth, if you could throw that coin into the fountain, what would you wish upon? Okay, what will it be for you? Allow yourself to have that love, joy, and peace. What brings you there? What encourages your growth? Who encourages your growth and how? What lights your fire? What makes your heart sing? What talents come natural to you? What brings that ebb and flow, this infinite feeling? What is congruent with your needs? What is congruent with your truth? And how can you shine light in the dark within? Go in deeper to see. Let yourself rest. See those wounds and allow them to heal. Honor them. Not just a Band-Aid, but that kiss and that hug. And notice the cycles changing now. Allow reciprocity. Allow yourself to overcome and trust that. I do hope this served well. Sending lots of love and light to you.